Welcome back to Central Valley Real Estate and Home Improvement. All week long, we've been having people on the show telling us how to maintain our homes, telling us how to pick a plumber, telling us whether we should have solar or not. But my favorite part of the show is when we bring realtors on the show and show us the houses that they have for sale. Our next guest is a specialist. She knows a lot about real estate, Mannie Camarena. She's a realtor who specializes in commercial, residential, and probate. If you don't know anything about probate, you don't want to call somebody like Mannie who really knows about it, because it could be confusing.
It can be, yeah.
I've heard of people, they were buying a house, but it was in probate, and it took them 1.5 years before they got their house.
Right. So it's a little bit of a longer process, so you want to get with somebody who has the ins and outs of it.
Now, you brought a listing. You brought a picture, some pictures of a house. Tell us about this house. Where is it? And et cetera.
Yeah. So this is my newest listing. It's at 7747 North Ashton Avenue. It's off of Millbrook in between, it's off of Nees in between Millbrook and First. It's in the PUD Nees Park Place. There's 66 custom homes in this community.
In the PUD.
In the PUD, Planned Unit Development.
Yeah. Now, we saw the front. It's beautiful. Look at these floors and the openness of the room.
It's really a great
room.
room.
When we flip the picture, you're looking into the kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm. Open concept.
A whole open. I love that. Next time I buy a house, I want that. In fact, I'm going to call Mannie Camarena and say, I want that.
Yeah, well, Mike, this one's available. You're in luck.
Let's just swiftly go through these. There's the kitchen. It's very modern. Has it been upgraded, or was it always that nice?
I think there's been a few changes over the last few years. Yeah, but Bernard Homes customized every single home in this development, and so not one singular home is the same. So if you're not into cookie cutter homes, this is the community that you would want to be.
Yeah, we're just going to flip through these quickly. There's probably the living room, maybe.
Master bedroom.
Okay.
I had a call on this home on the way over here, and it was a gentleman, and he said, you know, I really appreciate you putting a picture of the garage
They
in
want to
there.
see what the garage looks
He
like.
says, I never see any homes with pictures of the garage, usually because most people are storing their things in there, but this one's cleared out.
How many bedrooms?
This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath,
Okay.
2-car garage.
And there's another bath. Now, we're going to see, that's a better ceiling fans. That's nice. The reason I bring that, there's an indoor laundry. Wow.
Yeah, indoor laundry right off of the garage. And it also, this community also has a community pool and a clubhouse.
Now, this yard's kind of smaller, which is good, but it's fully landscaped already, and it has a covered patio already. And the reason I say that is I know so many people get brand new houses, and they spend thousands and thousands landscaping and building a patio and things like that. So, yeah, I love this garage. That's the best picture. It's got the garage door opener, so easy access. And you said the PUD has a pool.
It does have a pool, actually very close to this unit. And it has a clubhouse also that you can rent out for parties or invite family and friends over.
And you say there's a lot of retired people in there?
Yeah, so there's 66 homes in this development, and they're either already retired or working professionals trying to retire.
Right. And it's a PUD, and so you share some of the costs like the pool and stuff. But what's the house selling for?
So this home is listed for $499. It's 1,930 square feet.
Right.
And so with an open concept, and it has 11-foot ceilings, which I really is
Nice, yeah.
a selling feature of this home because it feels very grand inside.
And like I said, if you bought these new track homes are very nice, but you'd have to put thousands getting into the shape that this one is in, and a lot of hard work too. By the way, that yard looked like it's almost self-sufficient. You wouldn't have to do a ton of work to keep
Right,
it that
a lot
way.
of it is dry landscaping, but it's California native plants. And behind this particular home, there's you have no neighbors behind you, which I like.
Oh, wow. And so probably uses less water with this kind of landscape.
Absolutely, and the community takes care of the front maintenance.
Oh, so you don't have to do your front yard.
Not the front yard.
That's nice. Now, what if somebody wants to look at it? Where should they start?
They can give me a call, and my phone number is 559-217-3505. I'd be happy to answer questions about this home or any other home that you might have questions about.
Very good. Yeah, well, let me ask you just a little. This is a beautiful home. You said how much? $499.
$499.
And it's in a PUD. Is there a gate?
It's a gated community, which is covered in the HOA costs, and it includes the gated community, front landscaping, pool, and clubhouse.
Yeah, I love a gated community. Just the people that's cruising through all the time, or people like looking for things to steal. It just eliminates all that kind of stuff. So burglars go where it's easier, not where it's harder.
Absolutely. You kind of make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So this community is very well taken care of.
Good. Now, I just want to ask you some market questions.
Sure.
I know so many people out there who had their house, COVID came, they didn't want to sell it. Now we're past that, a year past it, I guess, and they just don't even know what their home is worth. Can you help them with that?
I can. Yeah, I can give them an automated value estimation of what their home is worth. It also is determined by the market that we're in. And so if since 2020, you mentioned that, a lot of people have refinanced. And so if they've refinanced, those were called the unicorn years. Okay. We had 2020 to 2022, and if they refinance, they have a really low interest rate. And so that we have low inventory right now in the market. Like a healthy market is 6 months inventory. We're currently less than 2 months.
So they have a low interest rate, so they're not selling.
They're not selling because if they purchase, their interest rate is going
to be higher.
And so because of the lack of inventory, people are kind of pigeoned into their current living situation.
So if somebody does have a house, it's a good time to sell it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a demand for those
There
homes.
is a high demand for homes right now, and because of the low inventory, it's a great time to sell, especially if you're downsizing like these sellers of mine who are downsizing.
Now, buyers, I've heard somebody the other day say, the interest rates went up. I said, what are you talking about? My first house I bought at 9%. I don't think interest rates are high. It seems like they're where they should be, normal.
Historically, they're not high. If you want to look at the last 20 years, historically, rates are not high, except we've been really spoiled over the last few years. So it's perspective of when my parents bought their first home in 79, they paid 18%.
Yeah, 18%, yeah.
But, we were able to sell it, and they had tons of equity in it and moved on into another home. And so if that is a concern of others, I would just recommend talk to your lender. If you don't have one, I can recommend one. But if rates do go down in the next few years, you can always refinance.
Refinancing. It seems like a good time to buy. I have friends who are paying like $1,800, $2,000 for rent right now. They could be buying, right?
You know what the interest rate on rent is, Mike? 100%.
100%, right. 100%, because you don't get any of it back. So, so you can help buyers.
Absolutely.
And if they don't know what they qualify for or how much they need down, you could kind of bring them in and explain all that?
Yeah, absolutely. I stay with my clients from the beginning of the sale, even through the end. Most of my clients become friends of mine, and so I still stay well in touch with them.
Stay in touch with them through the whole process. So, Mannie Camarena, she's a pro at this. She knows what she's doing. Last thoughts for our viewers?
No, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, stay cool out there, Fresno.
Stay cool out there, Fresno. All right. We'll be back with more real estate and home improvement. Let's finish with a picture of the front of that house because it is just spectacular looking. And we'll be back with more real estate and home improvement right after this.